So when you are in a relationship, your partner is denying you of sex, okay? You are in a sexless relationship. The best thing to do is to let that partner be. Leave the partner and move on with your life. That's the first thing that comes into your mind when you're experiencing this kind of thing. Okay. Now, before you go ahead to do this, make sure you watch this video to the end. If possible, share this particular video with your partner. After watching this video and implementing all the things I'm going to be talking about in today's video, and this particular thing is still happening, then go ahead and do what is in your mind, because I know it's not going to continue happening. Okay. Yes. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Now, like I said earlier, I'm talking about how to fix a sexless relationship. Okay. Now, when you are in a relationship, in marriage, okay, the best thing or the only thing that brings the both of you together, that makes this relationship a unique one, that makes the relationship a different one, okay, different from when you have friends outside, okay, your friends, whether they are male or female friends, but then they are just your friends. But you see, sex is something that brings the both of you together. This is the only thing that makes this particular relationship a unique, different one. But then your partner is denying you of this particular thing that should bring the both of you together, that should make a relationship a unique and different one. What do you need to do? Now, the first thing is to actually figure out the problem. Okay, calm down. I know what I'm talking about. Figure out where the problem is. And I know you will be like, oh, the problem is all over the place. You are like, I have this, a lot of things are happening in my relationship that I am not able to like figure out which particular one is the main problem, is the underlying problem. You're like, I can't place hand on the particular one. Now, there's something you should keep in mind. When a lot of things are happening, there's one particular thing that is the reason or the underlying reason why this is happening. Let's say, for instance, I remember a particular couple. A man actually was sharing with me how the partner is denying him of sex, and then I asked, what is the issue? He said that it's a lot. Okay, he's not that the wife is not attractive again. The wife is not giving him attention. She's always spending her time in the church. Anytime you see her, she's in the church. Okay, church program in the morning, afternoon, night, no time for him. Okay, now he said a lot of things, but then I found out that the main issue there is that they don't have good connection with the both. They don't have connection, emotional good connection with each other. Okay, yes, that's the main thing. So figuring out the particular problem, when it is maybe something like you have kids around and since then you have been experiencing this kind of thing, or maybe because she's always complaining of tiredness, there are a lot of things that's happening in your marriage and you're like, I can't figure out which one. Okay, it's either she's not in the mood, or because the kids are always around, or because there's no time, or because there's no good attention. You don't have like, you guys have lost that emotional attachment with each other. Okay, now the first thing you need to do is to sit down, and first thing, sit down with each other and talk about this. When you're talking about it, first of all, start with when it started. Okay, because you're not able to figure out what is the underlying problem. You're not able to figure out which particular one is the main reason for all this, because when a particular thing caused you to be in a sexless relationship, it's going to be broad, it's going to like circulate to related to a lot of other issues. Okay, because when this is lacking in marriage, okay, it will lead to you having a lot of other issues. Okay, being always annoyed, being frustrated, and a lot of it. Also, all those things are not even the main issue. You're trying to figure out what is the main issue. Now, how to figure out that is, first of all, think and understand when this started. Did it start during the first time you guys started intimacy together? Or did it start when you started having kids? Did it start when your partner started working? Or when she or he is always engaged in one or two things, maybe like church program, like I said earlier, or the partner is always on her phone or stuff like that? When exactly did it start? That's the main thing. When did it start? Because through that you'll be able to figure out what exactly is the cause of the issue. Let's say, for instance, it started just the first time you guys became intimate. Okay, now that first day you had sex, after that things became worse, okay, from that time. Now, things like this can happen. The main thing might be that that particular intercourse of that day, that first intercourse you guys had, might not be the best for the both of you. It might be that your partner did not enjoy it or you did not enjoy it, okay? So that is where you can now figure out when it started, okay, and what the problem is. Because when you figure out when it started, you will not deeper, you go deeper into what resulted to this issue from that time, okay. Like I said earlier, it started from the beginning, from the early stage of your intimacy, okay. The first time you guys had became intimate, then you figure out if that particular sex, okay, was memorable, was it fun, okay. Now that is one thing you should figure out. Now if it is when you started having kids, okay, now that means that you guys don't have a good plan. You are not planning properly to know how to actually fix in things the way it should be, okay. When the kids are away, that is when you have time for each other, so you need to plan for things to work out, right? So that is the first thing I want you guys to do, to like sit down and then figure out when it started, for you to like find out which particular thing is the underlying issue. I'm not talking about a lot of things that are happening, but the main underlying issue, because it's from when it started that you now know when it's there, what the problem is. Now the next thing that you need to do is to make sure that you are transparent, okay. When you are talking about this, you should make sure that you are transparent, you are open enough to share everything. That's why I say share this video with your partner, okay, so that the both of you can sit down and understand each other. You have to open up your mind. Whatever it is that's a problem, whether it's because your partner is treating you in a particular way that you don't like, okay, you are being maltreated the way you think, or maybe a lot of things can be the issue, or when you're always tired, you don't have that particular energy for this, okay, you're always tired, or you're not in the mood, stuff like that. Now you have to figure out when it started and know what it is, okay. If it is hormonal imbalance, you have to figure out, this is the first time you need to figure out when it started and what it is. Go deeper to find out. The both of you should put heads together to find out when it started and what exactly it is, okay. Now the next one is, like I said, being transparent. Next is ask your partner how he or she sees sex, okay. Does your partner, or you particularly, because the both of you will ask yourself this question, okay, how do you see sex? That's the question you need to ask each other. Do you see sex as something you're doing for yourself, if that's the case, or you're seeing sex as something you're doing for your partner? You just want to satisfy your partner, or you want to satisfy yourself, stuff like that, or you're doing it as a kind of sex language for the both of you, okay, a love language, actually, something that can relate the both of you, something that you guys should enjoy, the both of you should enjoy, like you're doing it for the relationship, for the marriage, or you're doing it for yourself or for your partner. Things like this happen. For example, a lot of women think that they are having sex in marriage just to satisfy their partner, so that the partner will be okay, while a lot of men also think that sex is something they are doing just to satisfy themselves. They want to have that fun. That's what they think. But the right thing is to know that you're having this, or that particular intercourse is for the both of you. Okay? It's for that relationship, for that marriage. Not for you, not for your partner, but for the both of you. Okay? It's like a love language that connects the both of you together. Okay? Now, when you have actually asked this question and find out what the answer is, you now know if you are on the right track or not. Because if you have been thinking that you're doing it for yourself or for your partner, then you are wrong. Okay, you now know how to fix your mentality towards sex. Next thing is to put your partner in your shoes. Okay, be it a wife or the husband, I don't care who it is. Okay, but then put your partner in your shoes. Okay, think about what the partner is passing through. Let's say, for example, the partner is telling you that she is not always in the mood, okay, or he is not always in the mood. Find out if you are in that condition. What do you think is the right thing to do? Okay, it's by putting your partner in your shoes, okay, not being selfish, okay. It's one of the ways that will help you to fix this, okay. So when it comes to hormonal issues, you have to go ahead and check your hormones, okay, or do it with your partner, okay, to find out how your hormones are. Do you have issues with your hormone? Because when there's an issue with the testosterone or with the estrogen or even progesterone, if there's an issue in your hormones entirely, it can actually cause this particular issue. Okay, so going ahead to do a test to like address this issue, and also making sure that your partner takes his or her medication if there's need for that, or seeing a therapist to get over this issue. This is another thing that you need to do. But what I'm talking about here is to make sure that you put yourself in your partner's shoes, okay, to be able to solve this particular issue. Now, the next thing is to be consistent. Let's say you have talked about this and you found out the particular issue, the reason why this thing is happening. It can be because the both of you are away from each other emotionally. Okay, there's no good emotional connection. It can be the reason, because like I said, that you have a lot of things that can be the reason. Okay, so if it is lack of emotional connection, then you need to actually be consistent in trying to bring the both of you together. The both of you. That's why I said share this video with your partner. And if you have not liked this video at this stage, please like the video and also consider subscribing, okay, for more. Now, like I said earlier, okay, be consistent and also be intentional. When it comes to marriage and things like this, the both of you need to be intentional in making sure that this particular thing works. Making sure that you remember your partner, even during your daily activities. You find time to like send text message, call, or even buy gifts, spice up things in your marriage. Because when it comes to emotional attachment, you need to build it with time. And that's another thing, don't expect that things will work out like magic immediately. When I said being consistent, that means you need also to be patient with yourself and patient with your partner. Work on this consistently. When it comes to maybe things like building that particular attachment, emotional connection, you need to be consistent. You need to be patient with yourself and also with your partner. Now, make sure that you have things that you plan on to like spice that relationship. For example, if you're a partner that maybe when you're going out from the house, you don't care, you don't think of like giving your partner a kiss or even a peck. Okay, things like this, little things like this matters a lot. It helps to like build that connection. Calling during the day to say how are you, or sending text messages or gifts from time to time. Taking your partner out, okay, making sure you help your partner in maybe like taking care of things in the person's work life or even in the family in general, okay, to help relieve that person from stress and all of that. Okay, always show that you care, not by only thinking, I love her, I love him, but show that you do. Okay, by those little things, there are things that you can do to actually show your partner that you do love the person. You know your partner's love language, and if you don't, this is another time for you to find out your partner's love language. Ask, okay, and then through that you'll be consistent in actually doing those things that your partner loves. Okay, these are some of the ways that it will help you to like fix a sexless marriage. Okay, but then if you want us to start diving into those problems particularly, okay, like talking about a particular problem and how to fix that particular one, like for example emotional connection, or maybe kids around, or maybe stuff like maybe not being interested or being ignorant of the importance of sex. A lot of things can be the reason. Okay, if you want us to dive into those things separate, we will do that, because this video, if we start talking about those things, it's going to be more too long. Okay, so if you want us to talk about those things privately, let me know in the comment section. I would love to do that for you guys. Okay, so that is it for today's video. If you love the video, give it a thumbs up. Okay, and also hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, so that anytime I upload a new video, you'll be aware. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm so glad for you guys, my subscribers, those that are liking my videos, those that are commenting on my videos. I am so happy to have you here. Make sure that if you have any other means that you want to support this channel, either through joining the membership or giving me those stamps there, anyone can be so beneficial. But then I love you guys. See you guys in my next video.